Hello everyone, Are here. Welcome back to my channel, and today's episode I do have a special guest here, and I'm going to let him introduce himself.
What up, family? It's your boy King Obutunda. I'm back again.
Yes, you're welcome to my channel. I believe this is our second time coming here.
Yeah.
Yes, so King Obutunda is African American who is living in Uganda. He has decided to settle here, and today we are going to chat. He's going to tell you all the juicy things that you need to know about coming back to Africa, and to be very specific, coming back to Uganda and deciding to settle here, because he is very settled and very happy, right?
Yeah.
And enjoying Kampala life, you know.
It's my home now.
Yeah, it's his home now. Today we are seated in Makerere University, which is one of the biggest universities, actually the biggest university in Uganda, and we are going to chat with you guys. So my first question, I would like you to give us a little bit of a background for someone who's viewing for the first time. Why you left your home USA in Virginia, right?
Yes.
And then decided to come and settle in Uganda.
Okay, so part of the reason why I left Virginia is because the opportunities are very limited there. It's very scarce, and when I came to East Africa, I realized that it's much easier for me to maintain my life, and easier for me to start a business, and easier for me to just be happy, basically. Okay. So I decided to, settle here in Uganda through a lot of trials and tribulations. And now that I'm here, I have my own home. I have a place that I would never have had if I stayed in America. Like what I pay right now in rent, you couldn't find a place like that in America with decent quality. I'm living in a middle-class neighborhood. Where I'm from, we are the lowest of the lowest as far as class goes. So I always grew up in like the ghettos and the worst neighborhoods. So coming here to Uganda, I mean, it was a blessing in disguise, because like I said, it's so much easier for me to live my life here and be happy and be free, basically.
Okay, so we are going to talk about the cost of living. It's one of the questions actually I want to ask you.
Okay. But
to begin with, I've received a couple of questions from my subscribers, and they would like to know, how is it like to start a business in Uganda?
Okay.
If you have a bit of experience as an African American or as a foreigner who is living in Uganda, one, you can tell us maybe what business opportunities have you seen with your eyes that you can see, if an African American came to Uganda, maybe they could do such a business. And do you think it's that easy? So from your experience, I would like you to share with our viewers.
Okay, so it's actually very easy for any foreigner or immigrant that wants to come to Uganda to start a business. Uganda actually has the business market pretty open for people, as long as you follow the right channels and you go through the right legal process. It's very easy. You have your money up front, know exactly what you want to do as far as what you want to go in business in. You apply for the right visas to be here. You can come here on a tourist visa and actually apply for the work visa or a business visa, as long as you meet all the requirements, and you'll be able to do that process within the amount of time that you actually are on your tourist visa. So let's say you come here on an East African visa, which is good for three months, 90 days. In that amount of time, that 90 days, you can start your process to get your work permit or your business visa, as long as you have the money and all the legal requirements completed. And then by the time your visa is over, the process should be pretty much completed or near completion. So all you have to do is renew again. If you don't have to renew, then you'll get the new visa, basically. Now, as far as that goes, that's how it goes. The next thing for other people, like I said, for immigrants or foreigners who want to come here and do a business, find out specifically like your location that you want to do your business in, what city or district, area, town that you want to put it in. Go ahead and talk to the site people. Like if you have a business location that you want to like rent out a store or something of that nature, go ahead and meet with the landowner or the landlord of the storefront that you want to purchase or you want to rent from. Go ahead and discuss all those details, hash it out, pay your money, start paying your rent or whatever the case may be, because you can get your location. You can actually get your business location before you establish your business, before you register. So you don't actually need to like wait to register your business. You can go ahead and find the place where you want to get your land, or let's say you want to pop up a shop right over here somewhere. You can go ahead and start that now. You don't have to wait for that. And then once your documents come through, everything will already be completed. So I just recommend everybody who wants to do business here, dot all your I's and cross all your T's before you begin the process, and then go ahead and start. But it's very, very easy. It's not difficult.
Okay, so I hear you. So if someone is coming for the first time, probably, okay, for you already settled, so you already know very many people, quite a number of them actually. But if someone is coming for the first time in Uganda, how are you going to advise them? Because they might not know where to get the landlord.
The URSB has some information provided on their website. You can find that on the internet, so you can find certain information about visas, the process for starting a business, or any of that information will be on the URSB website. Other than that, when you come here, I highly recommend you either find a landlord or network with someone that you can trust. That person can help you go around and you can find different locations. If you can't do that, you can do like I did and just go out there on your own and just start, interacting with people. It'll take you a lot longer, but Uganda is one of the places where pretty much everybody is willing and ready to do some kind of business here. As long as you got the right program and whatnot, I mean, you can meet somebody on the street in a matter of minutes and they have ideas for this business or that business. They're just looking for investors. So if that's something you want to get into, it's very simple to do that. But like I said, if you want to do it on your own, it might take a little bit longer. So I recommend you find someone that you can trust. When I first came to this country, it took me a few months to, talking to people and interacting with people, going to this place or that place and setting up some business meetings to, talk to people to find out how this process works. You might get jerked around a little bit in the beginning, but as long as you're serious, these guys will be serious with you as well. You got your money, they got the time, basically.
Okay, so thank you. So what I would like to tell the viewers, if you are interested, actually, you can send me an email. I have an email in my About page. If you're interested to come to Uganda and you don't want to be, tossed up here and there and you don't know where to start from, you need like someone, because when you come to a new place, you need someone to kind of help you blend into the place. So feel free to send me an email and we can talk at more length. So my second question is, okay, about the business. Yes, you've given us a bit of experience. What is your experience like, opening a bank account or dealing with a bank? Have you had that as well? How has it been for you?
I've dealt with bank interactions. I actually prefer Centenary Bank of all of them because it's very easy. I usually go to just do money exchange, or I go to Western Union through Centenary. But opening a bank account is actually not difficult. I think all you need is a LC letter, passport photos, copy of your passport, and is a one or two other requirements. Of course, you need money to put in the bank account. And there's one other requirement I can't think of. So starting a bank account, like I said, is very simple, but you have to make sure you have all the things in order first. But you can't do it as a foreigner. You don't actually need to be a resident or any of that nature. You just have to get your information out of the way first.
Yeah, so it's very easy. I think, if you have like a few basic things, it's very easy, really. Yeah. And then the other thing I wanted to ask you is to tell, if someone is interested in coming, let's say someone would like to first come and visit Uganda before they make their decision, or they could be looking at a number of different African countries, and maybe Uganda is one of them, to come and just try it out. They want to be here for like 2 weeks or 3 weeks or 1 month, experience the place, see the people, get the feel of how Uganda is. So how much do you think it's going to cost them in terms of maybe travel and sleeping and food, things like that?
Okay, so
how much will it cost them?
It really depends on how extravagant the person is. If you're really not one of those type of people that requires a lot to maintain while you're here in Uganda, I mean, it'll cost you very little. But if you're one of those kind of people that you want to come here, you see this restaurant, you want to go to this one, Cafe Java's, you want to go to La Peroni's the next day, and then Carvelli's the day after that, you're definitely going to, spend a lot of money here. Now, as far as accommodations go, it's the same exact thing. If you want to stay in a cheap guest house, you can find a very cheap one.
Okay, so if I may ask you, you've told us you stay in a very decent place. So how much are you going to pay on a monthly basis, for example, in terms of rent?
So let me say this. I stayed in the guest house. It was $300 per month, and it was fully contained. Like, it had everything, fully furnished, and it was self-contained. It had every single thing. Even had television in there. It did not have Wi-Fi, but it had everything else you needed. The only issue was that it was kind of far outside of town, so I spent a little bit more money getting into town, basically. So $300 per month, and it was only they only required 2 months up front. And because we were only staying there for a month, they actually worked it out with us, so we just paid our money. And we just stayed there for the month, and then we left afterwards.
Okay.
So they didn't actually require a security deposit. One, he was originally trying to get a security deposit, but we were not rowdy people.
Yeah, so you don't have to pay security deposit.
Exactly. Some people, you can actually work those things out to where you can make that arrangement. You know, they're very, understanding people of your situation. They understand what's going on. So you can talk to them about it.
So $300, yeah, I agree with you. Yeah, it's about that. And then in terms of food, because
food,
if you are a visitor,
I eat local food. Yeah,
you won't cook, so is eating local food cheaper than, of course, than the takeaway? We call it takeaway, cheaper than the fast food.
Oh yes, I mean they have cheap fast food here, like chicken tonight or Miss Tasties or something like that.
Yeah,
but it really depends on how you want to eat.
What you like as well. You might
burgers
not like
and
the
fries,
local food. Yeah,
exactly. I don't mind eating local food. It's actually really tasty to me, so I eat local food quite often.
So how much would you spend on your food per month? The food and the housing, which one is more expensive?
Housing. Yeah, because I don't take care of myself like I'm supposed to. So I know I eat when I eat, and when I don't,
Okay, I would say food you could spend like $150 a month. I'm just trying to.
So to gauge it, I would say around $150-$200 a month.
Yeah, a month. Yeah,
in my
on
opinion.
food.
And that's if you're going out to eat. Like,
you
go to a hotel, eat at their restaurant, or you go to an expensive restaurant, or even cheap places. I prefer cheap places. My hangout spot is a food hub, so I go to food hub often.
But that's considered expensive for Ugandans. Actually.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, food hub is so cheap, man. I love going to food hub. Love it, man. I need to stop going there. Actually, I go there entirely too much.
Okay, yeah. And then the internet, the Wi-Fi. How much are you going to pay per month?
That is actually my biggest expense, more than rent. And I'm trying to figure out a way to cut down on that because data here is extremely expensive here. And for what we do, our business, like we live stream, we're uploading videos. We pay a lot to use YouTube, so it really helps us when you guys watch our videos. You watch through the ads and everything. You guys don't realize like how much that helps.
Skip them, cause
seriously, because we spend a lot of money in data. I mean, me personally, I spend more than $200 in data per month. Per month,
which is a lot.
Because I have to get right now my router that I'm using, I can use like 20 GBs in a few days. Gone. Yeah, it's bad. It's bad.
So bad.
That's why I don't edit off my PC right now. I only edit off my phone because when I'm connected to the internet, it's taking up data.
I think we are going to chat about that later because that's so crazy. Yeah. So we've talked about the Wi-Fi, the housing, and the food. How about the transport?
Transport can be very simple.
Like public means of transport. How much are you going to spend per month? I should say like $50.
So for you guys who come here and you're fresh, you're probably going to spend a little bit more than that because you're going to probably use Uber or any kind of ride-sharing app more than you would use local transportation. Me personally, I'm comfortable with local transportation. A lot of people are going to try to tell you not to do it because it's just safer to use Uber, and I agree. It is much safer to use it, but you will not get the same experience if you use Uber versus if you use local transportation. You will not learn your way around as much if you use Uber versus local. You get what I'm saying? I learned this city, and you think I'm a Ugandan now the way I know the city. So, and I learned that way through using bodas, which is the motorcycle guys, or a local taxi, the matatus here. So that's how I get around now. I know landmarks and I know areas, so I can just tell them I want to go to this petrol station in this part of town. They know exactly where I want to go. Or even with the bodas, like I have no issues. Now I even teach bodas shortcuts. That's how good I am now. That's how good it's gotten. But with Uber, I realized I was spending entirely too much money with Uber.
It's more costly.
Oh my goodness, $20,000 to go from my home to town. It's like $20,000. I get on the boat, it's like $7,000.
So I would suggest to someone who's coming, they download Safe Border. It's a motorcycle app. You can just have it installed on your phone. So it's least expensive. I could say they can use maybe like $70. That's if you're going to town every day. On a month for 30 days, I think $70 should work. So those are the expenses, guys, apart from your tickets. We talked about the food, the accommodation, and the transport and the Wi-Fi. So if you have those and you make a few friends around Uganda, if you come for 1 month, they're going to enjoy.
Oh yeah, definitely.
King Obutunda is here, so you just holler at me, we'll take you around.
Oh yeah. Hit me up when y'all come out here. I'm gonna show you around town.
Yeah, definitely. So my last question is, how have Ugandans treated you? Feel free to say whatever. They want to know, how have they treated you?
Ugandans are very friendly people. I had to learn the culture because there were a lot of things I didn't quite understand when I first got here. But now that I've been here long enough, I know better now, and I realize that people are very curious here and also, somewhat understanding. So their curiosity can often get the better of them, but not in a bad way. So
it's not, the intentions are not bad.
Exactly.
They just want to know. They are
Exactly.
nosy. Maybe I should say it like that.
Yeah, exactly. So with that being said, I don't want people to think that I'm trying to say anything offensive towards Ugandans. I really love you guys, and I love your culture and things like that. It's why I chose to be here for so long. But what I will say is that any foreigner who does come here, humble yourself and definitely try to be very understanding, because things are much different here. And as much as I might think something is the same, and when I get to know it or understand it, I realize just how much different it really is. You understand? Like, even with the way that Ugandans speak English here, is very different than how I'm used to how people speak English, in the West. So, for example, like, I'm actually going to do a video on this. We, like my pants that I'm wearing right now. People say, like long pants or short pants, something like that, or I'll just say shorts. You guys say trousers out here.
Yes, trousers, yes. Trousers and jeans, yes.
That kind of messed me up, It's some of the words like that is a lot of differences.
Our English, because Uganda was colonized by Britain.
Yeah.
It's like from the UK.
Yeah.
So I think maybe that's where the differences come from.
And I had to adjust to that very quickly, because I was like, man, like, why do y'all talk like that? I met a young girl one time. She was like, you're smart. Your trousers you're putting on is very nice. Like, whose grandma are you? Like, are you 50 or something? Like, whose grandma is this? But that's just how people are here. So that's just the only thing. The culture is a little bit different. So you guys just embrace that when you get here, and just try to understand that it's a little bit different. That's all. But it's not in a bad way.
So what has been your worst experience with Ugandans? Have you been treated badly? We want you to give us like a scenario, one or two, just like why you felt like, I don't like this.
Okay.
Because it has to be there.
I'll say two. Okay. First one is bodas. You have to be
guys, the motorcycle
very,
guys.
very careful with these guys. As friendly as they might appear, these guys are very money hungry, and they are very money oriented.
That's very true.
So you can have a great conversation with them, but when it comes down to money, things change. All right. So you just gotta be very, very careful, especially the time of day that you travel with bodas and the areas that you travel as well. All right. Some have good intentions. I've met some bodas who are really good guys. They have families. They just want to make money, go home and feed their families, and they're good people. Then I met these other guys who are hustlers, who will hustle you if you allow it. You understand? So as a woman, it's going to be different. Your experience is going to be a little bit different than a man, because they try women more than they try men. I've experienced that.
What do you mean by trying?
They'll
try to cheat you and get more money out of you.
Yeah, or they'll just like try to steal you.
Okay, so usually if you are a foreigner, to add on what he has said, if you are a foreigner, you don't know how to negotiate. They can tell off it that you are a foreigner, you are a visitor. So they will likely charge you higher than they would charge a normal person. So that's why I say you download a safe border app, because the prices are automatic when you use the app. Yeah. But okay, right now you're good, so they won't try to. No,
because I learned the numbers. I've learned how to say the amount that I want. So if I'm going to a place in town and I know it's close, I will tell the boda we go to this place for Lukumi Bidi, which is 2,000. Yes. If I say it that way, then they know. Okay.
They know he knows. Yeah.
But if I say, hey sir, can you take me to this place? How much would you charge me? They say, hey, 20. No, this is 20 immediately. Hey, you bring me 20. And I'm like, okay, but if you don't know, then listen. If it's far, you tell them, so I want to go for Matwalu. Hey, okay, you come. Something like that.
Yeah, so it's good to learn a few words. He has learned some Luganda already. It's very helpful, because when you show them, you know your way around. You won't easily be taken advantage of. Some will want to take advantage of, even when you're buying normal things. When they see that you're a foreigner, they might want to overcharge the things. But when you show them that you actually know, be like, oh, okay, fine. Exactly. So what is your parting shot as we close?
My final thoughts is, for anybody who does want to come here, just be serious in what you do, be serious in your intentions, and also understand that things move at their own pace here in Africa. I'm going to say Africa because it's everywhere. It's not just Uganda. So I don't want to single out Ugandans, but things move their own pace here. So you really need to humble yourself, because it took me a long time to have that patience and to understand that people do business different here than how they do it over there.
Yeah.
It might take a little bit longer to get a very simple business deal done, because people like to, you know, drag things out a little bit, but it's just how the process is here. So you just got to humble yourself and understand that it's not you. Things aren't going to move on your time here. They move on their time here. So that's just something I want people to understand, and please have an understanding when you come here of those things in particular.
Okay, thank you so much for coming and sharing with us.
Yeah, no problem.
Please share all your thoughts and comments in the comment section and let us know what you think. I'm also going to link King Obutunda's channel in the description. You can go check out his channel. He creates a lot of content for you guys to watch, and he shares his experience. I believe you now share very many videos a week. Yeah, so go check out his channel. Thank you so much for watching, and we shall catch you on the next episode. Bye.
Peace.